Still tracking that high wind out there. High wind warning, unfortunately, continues through most of this evening. So if you're going to take the dog or the cat or the wife out for a walk, do it inside. Yeah, probably the best thing to do. A lot of blowing dust out there. It's not good to breathe out. We're still looking at wind gusts up to 55 miles per hour. And then outside the Snake River Plain, the yellow areas indicate a wind advisory. Wind maybe not quite so strong, but definitely enough to get your attention, especially if you're going to try to walk or jog or even drive in this. Wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour until 10 o'clock. Once the wind completely dies down, and it will late tonight, sky is clear. That will set the stage for a freezing cold one for all of the Snake River Plain. That includes Blackfoot, Pocatello, American Falls, stretching to the eastern Magic Valley. We're looking at low temperatures, upper 20s to just barely above freezing. So it's that cold air behind the front, and that's why it's so windy out there. Very fast-moving front just to our east. Dry air, all the moisture has been up into Montana, of course, in the Panhandle, and that's where it will stay. This front, though, will be well to our east by tomorrow, therefore not nearly as windy. So freeze warning out tonight for the Snake River Plain. Lows will range from the upper 20s to just barely above freezing in Pocatello. Now, that's in town. You get out by the airport on the outskirts of town, certainly colder than that. Now for the central mountains, even colder, below freezing for all places. Stanley will drop down to 19, 31 expected in Salmon tonight, Chalice right around 30. Below freezing for the upper highlands in western Wyoming, lows mainly in the 20s. Jackson will have a low of about 30. And then below freezing for the southeast corner, we'll call it mostly clear, 29 in Soda Springs. And then tomorrow, sunny with lighter winds. Amen to that? Yeah, lighter winds. It's going to feel and look so much better out there. We'll actually see down the sidewalk. 59 for a high temperature in Downey. So a little bit on the cool side. It's that cooler air behind the front. Lighter winds expected for the upper highlands and western Wyoming. Low temperatures will range from, or high temperatures, I should say, will range from the lower 30s or lower 40s to the lower 50s. And one exception, Du Bois will top out at 57. Lighter winds for the central mountains will keep the sunshine going. High temperatures, mid-50s to lower 60s. And for the Snake River Plain, not nearly as windy. It'll actually feel like 62. We were warmer than that today. Yeah, it didn't feel like it with all the wind. 60 for a high in Idle Falls. A little cooler up in Rexburg and St. Anthony. Highs in those two places in the upper 50s. Your Southeast Idaho Chevy dealer's 7-day forecast. Friday, we start warming up again. Almost 80 on Sunday, but you may need your umbrella next week, at least 3 days in a row, as temperatures take a little bit of a nosedive. Not a huge drop. Idaho Falls 7-day forecast, less wind. That's always a good thing, right? With plenty of sunshine for the weekend, nice warm up in the mid-70s. Could see some rain starting Monday for the Teton area. We're cold at night. We're in the 20s for the next 2 or 3 nights. Temperatures, though, warming into the 60s this weekend. Potentially some rain Monday through Wednesday. And for the central mountains, we got Salmon, Chalice, and Mackay. Mostly sunny on Friday, warmer. Look at those 70s all the way through Monday, despite the threat of some rain.